from Sports Chat Place and PickDogs.com. I got the Puck Dogs with me. Got I think, good news here from the NBA. I think Adam Silver's comments were strong. I thought that they were, when the NBA was the first ones to suspend, I said, better them than any other league or anybody out here. Here, at least these are guys that really get it. And they're reasonable people. They're not like looking for excuses. They're not like, we already got their money. Who cares, right? That's not how the NBA works. The NBA, anytime there's a rule change, it's to make the game better, not to stuff in more commercials. It makes the game better. When the NBA put in their salary cap, not to screw the fans, right? The NBA did it to make it better. And I'll tell you what, the NBA already saying, hey, if we, here's reasonable thought process, right? We we test all the teams, we quarantine the players, and why can't non-infected players play against non-infected players in an empty place that's disinfected? And here's even more reasonable. You want to hear even more reasonable from Adam Silver. I mean, you want to talk about a guy, shit, man. Here's the guy that really gets it, right?
Yep.
You want to hear about something even more reasonable. He says 99% of the people never go to an NBA arena anyway. Almost everybody watches this game on TV. So I started thinking, right, because I'm an idea guy, said, I got an idea for Adam Silver. So I Google, how do I contact Adam Silver? So I get his email address. So I write Adam Silver an email, and here it is. Hi, my name is Mitch Wilson. I live on Maui. We have 0 cases of the virus here because we're an island. We're organically in isolation from the rest of the world. We have the Lahaina Civic Center where they play the Maui Invitational, so it has setups for TV. Because of the time difference, you could play 4 to 5 games a day, almost 24-hour NBA basketball. We have tons of empty hotels and vacation rentals as the island is cleared house. And you can quarantine the players and their families. Throw in that Maui is awesome and be good for the image of the league and fun look at the players. I'm in the sports industry. I consider the NBA the leaders of the pack when it comes to when it was the NBA who suspended their season. I knew we're not just in good hands, but in the best hands. The NBA is truly a league that gets it. The rule changes make the game better. The salary cap system that works. And their support and understanding of sports betting can make their product better and more interesting. The NBA even had an interesting all-star game. Not an easy thing to do. I hope you would consider this. Thanks, Mitch. I don't know, man. I have some crazy ideas. I'm sure this is one of them. But I'll tell you what, it works.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not.
I don't think that's very far-fetched at all. I like that idea. You can fly them out there. They're in a little island.
Where it's like, there's already games played in a tiny arena that kind of like, it fits a few thousand people, like, that could come if they were, if they're families of the players, it's already organically set up. It's all set up already. It 100% works.
Yep.
You could basically turn the NBA network into a 24-hour basketball tournament and at least start the games at maybe 7 o'clock Maui time in the morning or 8 o'clock Maui time in the morning, which would be 2 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And run them till midnight. Like the 10:30 Pacific time start. I don't know. Could have 4 or 5 games a day. They do 4, for the Maui Invitational, and they take a break. I don't know, man.
That'd be sweet. I'm curious if he'll answer you.
It did not bounce. The email did not bounce, man.
Cool.
I've written letters to everyone knows I wrote a letter to Manfred, on baseball, and they said he would get back to me, and he never did. But I think it would be interesting. And I tell you what, I come up with some crazy ideas. And some people think I'm stupid, and some people just think I'm crazy. But I'll tell you what, I don't think this is a horrible idea.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I hope he reads it, because it's not, maybe it doesn't have to be here, but there are other places where it could be that are similar.
Yeah.
Because you can even set it up here and then some other smaller islands where they might have a gym. Like, I don't think Honolulu works because there is the virus there and it's like a major big city. But Maui is small. And it's like just in that Lahaina area where they have the Civic Center, you got great hotels and great vacation rentals and like a lot for the players to do when they're not playing. You have Kapalua Golf, you got, Kandapali Golf. You got the other Kapalua, the Bay Course. They can come over to our way to Wailea. It's not far. Play Wailea Gold. There's tons of things to do here. And to see the NBA players in that environment, kind of the way they show the college players, would be nothing but awesome for the image. And I know that a lot of the NBA players, when the season's over, they're all here anyway. I've seen Steph Curry a few times right down on our beach with his family. So, I don't know.
It's a good idea, though.
It is, yep.
Maui getting the virus in a month is 100%. How is that possible? Because one of the visitors that came in brought it. It's not. It wouldn't bring many more people. It would just bring people to. It would just bring more people to. So here. Why would you want more people? The place is freaking empty. It's empty. I went out to the golf course. Normally they have 270, 280 people on the books. They had like 40.
Yeah.
It's like...
Well, after everybody went home.
Yeah, no, they had to. The locals would hate me. No, I don't think so. I don't think they would hate me. This guy is just... whatever, man. It's like, because he didn't come up with the idea, it's stupid, right? It's like, basically just say that. I didn't come up with it, so it's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. They have the college tournament here already. It's like, it's the height of tourist season, and I'll tell you what, they have the PGA Tour event here. No one complains, man. They have concerts at the Maui Art Cultural Center. No one complains, man. Believe me. Oh, yeah, people are going to complain because we have the NBA here. Yeah. No way. No way. Especially in Lahaina, where it's basically tourist town anyway. Right? It's all tourists there anyway. Well, you think that like regular locals stay at the Ritz-Carlton over there? Is that what you're saying? Is that it's packed? How about the Four Seasons on Lanai? Is that all locals too? How about over here at the Fairmount or at the Four Seasons Maui, right by my house, or are all these places? Are all these places packed with locals? Zero, I would say.
Zero. Yeah.
What's the risk?
Yeah, what is the risk? There's no risk.
Yep. But the comments we heard from Adam Silver yesterday made it sound like this is what they're going to do anyway. But this way would actually even take it another step further and seriously contain it, as opposed to having it in, high school gyms where they're talking about having it, and practice facilities. It's not like they're going to play in the Staples Center. They're not going to play in the empty Staples Center. That ain't going to happen. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. What we'll do is we'll light and air condition and open up an entire arena with 20,000 empty seats. I don't see it, man. What do you guys, so, Adam Silver, he didn't speak for very long, but I think he said a lot, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's at least trying to.
This guy's got to go, man. These comments have already been made that they're going to resume the NBA season. It's like this guy's acting like I'm saying, to resume the NBA season and nobody else is saying it. No, they've already said it. Just because you're not in the loop, man. It's like, jerk. Seriously. It's like, what if, it sounds like, it sounds like my old business partners. Let's create this stupid hypothetical situation and treat it like fact. It's like, just moronic, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's suspended. It's not canceled.
Yeah.
They haven't canceled anything. They want to resume it. They want to get the season finished.
Yeah, the season would continue without them, the infected players. It clearly says it in the plan.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not creating this. This is what the commissioner of the NBA said. He's talking about doing charity games, okay, with like kind of the NBA All-Star finish to it.
Yep.
It's like he's already talking about doing these things. It's like this isn't my idea. I'm just saying if you did it here, here's an isolated environment for you that's basically set up for exactly what you're trying to do.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Because these guys. So none of the players, Gobert or Donovan Mitchell, have shown any of the symptoms of this virus. Neither of them have shown not one symptom. They tested positive, but none of the Nets players, none of these people have shown even one symptom of the virus.
Well, that's what Donovan Mitchell was even saying on that Good Morning America interview, was that he's like, I didn't even show anything.
Yeah, he doesn't show anything. It's like,
well, you don't for weeks, but you could be carrying it and be like super infecting people all over the place and not even show any signs that you even have it.
Yeah,
that's the scary thing about this thing.
Yeah, but he's not coughing on people. I mean, how's he sharing with people? Is he spitting on their plate? I mean, I'm not really sure.
No, it just gets transferred just from you breathing. It just breathes right through the air. That's why they say 6. If you're standing next to somebody, it just goes right through the air. It's not. It doesn't have to be passed through saliva. It doesn't have to be passed through bodily fluids. It's airborne.
Well, that's the case then. Chris looks just in pain over here.
Well, yeah, I'd be in pain too. He lives in Ontario with a gazillion people, and our numbers in Canada doubled overnight.
Yeah.
Well, they closed the Canadian border, I guess, because I'll tell you, man, the Canadians fleed out of here like no one's business, man. I know that I play golf with 2 guys from Montreal, and nice enough guys. I certainly am not going to miss the French conversation too much, but I'll tell you though, they were supposed to leave in like a month or so, and they left. They're gone. Definitely not going to miss the French conversation.
I don't know. It's the French conversation. We're right next door to them.
But Canada apparently closed the borders, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah, to all non-essential travel. The only travel that's going in and out right now is supply chain.
But so I don't see why the NHL can't do something similar. Now in Toronto, right? In Toronto, there's the Dome, right? Where the Jays play. Now there's a hotel that's attached to the Dome.
Yeah.
Now I'm guessing you could fit half the league in there.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So here's another solution, right?
I'd put it in Saskatchewan in a small town somewhere. It's got the less.
I'm just thinking of the logistics, That's all I'm thinking.
I know. I was thinking NHL in Canada somewhere too, like with a smaller population, because we got rinks everywhere. Most small towns have a rink.
Yeah, it's like, well, here's another thing saying I don't want them in my town. It's like, no, they're tested. It's like there's not a better chance of them having it. If you tested and you tested negative, I'll bet you one thing. There's less chance of them having it than your mailman because these guys can get the test. We can't, right? But they can. It's like, there's a less chance of an NBA player that's tested negative for the virus having it than your mailman. Way less chance. Way less chance than the guy working at the gas station. Way less chance.
Yep.
Just saying.
It's funny to see all the stuff popping up on YouTube now. We got like the Tonight Show from home.
Jason Guthrie, I'm a mailman. Apologies to all the mailmen out there. Totally just using it as an example, as just a person that is still working and making around. We love our mailman. What's the percentage of junk mail these days? Like of all mail?
It's got to be high.
At least 25%.
I think it's 75 to 80%, if not even more than that, because I get paperless statements for everything almost, So it's like I would say that we're 90%, 80 to 90% junk mail. So yesterday I got two loan offers, which is, I think it's because I have a mortgage on my house, right? So I had 2 loan offers. I got, the magazine from my college, which, Sam loves. My dog loves when they send you when they put in your mailbox, like the newspaper, like for the grocery store, or any kind of booklet like that, whatever, People magazine. He loves it when you roll it up because we have this long driveway that goes up to our house. And when we take him for a walk at night is when we go get the mail. And I always put like the magazine in his mouth. And he loves to run up the hill with the mail in his mouth. And yesterday was my Boston University alumni magazine. Yep, the Eagles did pick up Darius Slay. It is nice pick up. But let's talk about some of the free agent signings.
30% of regular mail delivered is junk mail.
I'm going to guess it's more than that.
54% of emails sent are junk emails that you get. So yeah, the mail's got to be higher than that. 54% of all your emails that you get are junk.
Well, here's the so free agents are signing. Let's talk about who hasn't signed yet. Let's see if there's anything out here that that's a viable option. Okay, so the big name, Jadeveon Clowney. I love a pass rusher. I think that here's a guy that's worth the money. He had a little bit of a slower start to his NFL career, but man, he has really come around. I'm going to guess he's going to get top dollar. Top of the top dollar. Like highest paid player in the league type money. I don't see a landing spot for him outside of Seattle.
The Colts.
Yeah, I could see him going back to the AFC South.
I think Miami is a spot too. They have the space. Robbie Anderson from the Jets. This is a guy who it's a big wide receiver class in the NFL draft this year. So I think the wide receivers, we have Robbie Anderson, we have Emmanuel Sanders, who's an older guy out there. 2 of the bigger name wide receivers that are out there. I think both these guys are going to have to wait.
Yeah.
So Jason Peters always seems to, be all pro, certainly one of the top guys out there. Any ideas on that one?
Well, who needs
I think he might end up in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Tennessee, I think, yep.
How about Jameis Winston?
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in New England.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in New England
It's
either.
almost like a trade, Tom Brady for Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Yikes.
he could be a
It's not,
Charger too.
it's not
He
a
could
good
be a.
trade. I,
Yeah, no, it's not.
I don't even, it's, so
Definitely know he's not going to be a Bear.
we can
You
still
were
go
talking about him
surfing.
being
So
better.
the way that it works is that the public parks here are closed. So a lot of the parks that have like a parking lot that can be closed are closed. Um, a lot of the beaches here are just open. So those are open. So that's pretty much, I mean, a lot of the surf spots here in Maui, you just pull over on the side of the road and just jump over the guardrail. And,
Come over and away you
it's like
go, right?
when the surf spot is named guardrails, it's like basically you pull over on the side of the road, you jump over the guardrail, and you're out there. That is it's seriously that's the name of one of the surf spots. It's called guardrails. It's like
Nice.
that's pretty much how it works.
So all of a sudden you see all these cars parked, and it'll be like here in Canada, people are looking at wildlife, and in Hawaii, everybody's in the ocean surfing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But I would say that most of the spots like that. So Rod had the that horse picked in the first race, the number 5, paid nothing, man. 480 on the win, basically 2-1.
It still paid something.
What's that?
It still paid a little.
Yeah, it's better than throwing your ticket on the ground, but certainly not a horse that I would be betting. I don't touch those kind of odds. Though, to me, horse racing, the odds are, the probability and outcome and all that other stuff. But actually, starting tomorrow, I talked to Charles, and he's going to be covering esports at Spread Knowledge. So we're going to go back to doing the computer pick show starting tomorrow. So you want to talk about doing sports that we know nothing about. So we did NHL picks on there. We did all kinds of things on Spread Knowledge. We're going to do esports. So it's like if we can pick winners in esports, Spread Knowledge can do anything. I heard Andrew Luck might come out of retirement and sign with the Patriots.
No. No way. Well, that's the same as I heard rumors of Gronkowski's going to all of a sudden sign with Tampa Bay too. Yeah, that's not happening.
Robert Allen, his work makes us take a shower in a porta shower with the clinic in the shower, cleaning our whole body when we get here, and then we have to wash our hands every 45 minutes or an hour all day long.
Oh, geez. That seems a little overboard. Where the heck does he work? I'm serious.
Fake news, I don't know what that means. But, yeah, it's just crazy out there. And, the markets are what we're seeing in the stock market is some serious volatility today. And that is basically shows that we are at least close to a bottom or considering a bottom in this market. I used to work on Wall Street, and basically, when you see at the bottom is usually massive volatility, just huge swings, and that's what we've seen every day. So we're seeing it today. When you see intraday volatility like this, that's usually a very good thing when the market's on the way down. If you're long the market. So, Josh Gordon intends to play. Yeah, and I intend to shoot a 60 today also. A lot of free agent signings, just I think that with nothing else going on, and of course, today would have been the first real round of the NCAA tournament. Today would have been the day, right? It would have been.
Yep.
I mean, we would have been a half hour away from, or 50 minutes away from tip off of, the first game on the first day. After the 4 playing games, we'd be all ready to go today. It was going to be a massive day for us, but we're not going to sit here and complain about things. We're not going to sit here and talk about like this is canceled and this is canceled and this is canceled because once the NBA was suspended, I fully expected it. I fully expected for some of the leagues to put out outrageous timelines on this stuff. Like, so here's one, right? Tennis, okay? It's not coming back until June 7th. You have 2 to 4 people on a court, way more than the 6 feet apart, right? Than the than the thing. I don't know. You can't play this in someone's backyard. I mean, that has a tennis court and throw in a couple cameras and a referee. I mean, I don't know, man. You tell me. I mean, these guys. It's not like you need 20 ball boys. It's like they do that to speed the game up. But most of these guys have played their whole life without ball boys on the courts, right? So,
Yep.
Explain this to me. I don't know. Does the ball carry the germs? What if they're tested?
I don't. Is the ball a viable spot for it to be held? I don't think so.
I don't know. So here in Maui, there's a travel ban like within the state, within Maui, the island, for non-essential travel, right? But stuff that is included as essential travel would be exercise like surfing or golf. And golf, because it doesn't have the gathering that a lot of other things do, they say it's fully fine. It's like this is all true. So it's like I understand erring on the side of caution. I'm all about it. I'm all about the safety, but I think projecting long-term horizons on these things is a little ridiculous. Like saying June 7th. It's like I'm going to guess that So I was in San Diego, right, and that was 3 weeks ago. So I'm way past the incubation period on travel, right? I don't have it. Not even one symptom. Nothing. I don't know. I think the NBA is dead set on finishing their season. I think hearing from Adam Silver last night, plus the fact that my email didn't bounce, I think they're dead set on it. I mean, that was an email. You would think that thing would bounce, right?
Well, it'll also be like a morale boost type thing as well. Won't be as people are getting pretty scary. You're cooped in your home. People haven't been cooped in their homes for how long? And people are gonna start to get stir crazy.
Anything else you guys want to add? Have we heard anything from anyone else, the NBA or NHL or anyone?
Well, the English Premier League's pushed their return date to at least April 30th, as from April 3rd, like they had originally planned.
How about guys like Chris Sale? Does this help him?
He needs more time than what was wrong with him last season.
Well, I mean, he has that odd throwing motion, so he's going to have injuries. He also weighs about 130 pounds.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if it was just injuries that were hampering him last season, then yeah, maybe the time off will help. If it's more than that, which I personally think it is, then.
And he's a perfect fade machine. I hope he comes back and plays somewhere.
So baseball's come out with an estimated schedule of how many games they could play depending on when the season starts. A May 1st start would give them 134 game schedule. May 15th would be 140 or 122 or 134. They have like a whole tentative schedule out here as to how many days they can play. But as you get into August, it really becomes a half a season at that point, which I've been saying for Major League Baseball is about right. You know, I don't know if half a season is right, but I think three
But
quarters of a season.
we really need 162 games.
You don't need 160.
Like, jeez.
Well, they need it to pay the guys. Is why they play that many, because there's no salary cap in baseball, and the union is so strong.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah.
So they
you
just
got to
need
play
it.
them to be able to get the income to pay them all this money. Jeez, because it just seems crazy. That's like a double the NHL season every year they play in baseball.
I think by May 1st we'll be really close. NBA
I
not
hope.
coming back. Yeah, that's why the commissioner is talking on ESPN about it coming back. It's like based. I love it when people make comments based on nothing. You know.
Yeah, 'cause they haven't read the news update. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
like read
It's
this.
like
He wrote a big giant letter. Like, there was a whole big letter you could have read on
yeah.
what
I
he
mean,
said.
he was on ESPN talking about how they're coming back. You know.
Yeah.
Like he's like, and they said, "Are you ready? Are you? What about postseason awards?" He's like, "We're not even close to that." He's like, "We're not even. That's not even in anything." It's like how they asked him, "How would you hand out postseason awards?" He's like, "We're just not even there yet." He's like, "We're not. Why are we talking about the postseason when the regular season hasn't finished?" Ridiculous.
Happy birthday to the Stanley Cup. It was created today. Today is the Stanley Cup's birthday. It's 128 years old.
I don't know, man. I can't live in doom and gloom.
No, why? There's
Doesn't
no
do any
point.
doesn't do anybody any good to
No,
live
it
in doom
doesn't.
and gloom.
It doesn't.
No.
Um, that's not the point of this.
It's the power of positive thinking. I
Yeah.
look forward to things. I ain't sure gonna hide myself in a little hole and be like, "Oh my God, it's horrible."
So the talk is
Curl
Andy
up the
Dalton
fetal
to the
position.
Patriots.
Oh God.
That actually makes sense. Anyways, you guys have anything you want to add before we wrap it up for the day?
I think I'm good.
All right. Rod, anything?
I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Hopefully tomorrow we have even more good news. Maybe Adam Silver gets back to me and says that's not a bad idea. Anyways, this is Mitch for the Puck Dogs. See you guys
Stay
tomorrow.
safe.
We're gonna keep doing this. I don't care. I know it's less and less people watching every day, and I fully expect it, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep showing up. I'm gonna probably do a message, like a video for the front cover of the sites as well today, and put it out there. But we're still churning out content. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.